welcome back to the channel. Tonight I am starting off on a backpacking trip for the weekend. I started on Route 4 in Rangeley where the AT crosses Route 4, and I'm going to be heading from Saddleback all the way to Sugarloaf. I'm joined this time by my friend Noah, and this is his first backpacking trip in Maine, so I'm kind of giving him a good tour and experience of hiking here in Maine. We're both really excited for this hike. Tonight it is rainy. We've got the remnants of Hurricane Debbie bringing some rain to us, but hopefully by tomorrow morning it should be clearing out. There might be some rain tomorrow, but we're hoping that we'll get some good clear views for especially the ridge walk from Saddleback to the Horn. But we're about a mile from camp. We started at 5 and we're about 2.5 miles in, so another mile to go. We've got a steep climb, probably the steepest climb tonight, and then we'll be to our site and get all set up, get some dinner going before the heavy rain moves in. Wow, this is a bigger pond than I even expected. Yeah. So I'm here at camp now. I know it's pretty dark. The rain is making it darker and we're in the woods. Although this area that I'm gonna set up is kind of in a little clearing, but I'm just gonna throw my tent up here. There aren't any like great tent spots, but they'll work. So I'm gonna get the fly set up first. I have a new tent, so it might take me a little bit longer, but I'm gonna get that set up. Well, good morning everyone. It is Saturday morning and the rain has stopped for now. The heavy rains should be done for good. It rained so hard last night. Once we got to our campsite, it started to pick up and it just started raining heavier and heavier. We got our tents set up. We had to set them up in the rain, and then we made dinner, and when we made dinner it was pouring and we were just like standing outside just getting soaked. So it got really dark really fast because of all the heavy rain and everything, and we were in the woods, so I just put the camera away for the night. But now I woke up to no rain, and today's forecast is kind of iffy whether or not there will be rain. There's definitely chances for rain showers throughout the day, but no real prediction of significant rain. throughout the day. So we're hoping that that holds off. We're gonna make breakfast, break down camp, and then we'll get back on trail. We're gonna start by climbing Saddleback and then work our way across from there. So let's get to making breakfast. So we are back on trail. We left our campsite around 7:30, I think, and we are working our way up Saddleback. It's about 2 miles from our campsite to the summit, with I believe about 1,700 feet of elevation gain, but we're already into that, and I think we'll be actually entering the alpine zone soon. So it's breezy today, which feels really nice for hiking. The forecast is looking pretty good. There might be a rain shower a little later, but overall the day is looking pretty clear, which we are thankful for. So let's keep climbing Saddleback. Unknown. Made it to the top of Saddleback, and there's a little spot where got a little rock wall built up, so you can kind of catch a break somewhat from the wind. We had a quick snack, and now we're gonna head to the Horn. Still no views, but the sun is starting to poke through the clouds a little bit, so maybe it will break loose on the way over there, or maybe once we're up on top. We'll see. Okay, so we made it to the horn. I didn't say anything up there because it was so windy you wouldn't have been able to hear me anyway. But now we've dropped our packs, we're feeling nice and light, and we're doing a little out and back to North Horn, which is one of the 3,500 footers. And you might know I'm doing all the 3,500 footers. I've been doing this series called 53.5. So I thought if it worked out, it would be nice to check that one off the list while we're here. So it was very tricky initially getting off the horn because we had to bushwhack through all the small trees and you couldn't see where your feet were, and it was pretty crazy. Now we're down in the woods and it's like really mossy and nice and fairly open. Supposedly there's some sort of herd path out there. We haven't found it yet, but it's been pretty easy going now that we're down in the woods. We're about halfway there, so we're going to continue and hopefully make it to the summit. Noah is being a champ. I gave him the option not to do this because I didn't want to drag him into something that he wasn't comfortable with or didn't want to do. But he says he's having a good time. I don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but
I'm having a blast.
He's having a blast, he says. And he's doing great, so we're having a good time out here. The sun's coming out too, so that's nice.
Central, let's leave that.
Yep.
That's cool.
Oh, that's a herd path right there.
Aha!
This
is
a
it.
herd path. We're almost to the summit and we found the herd path.
The moose let us do it. You gotta take a video of this, if anything.
Look at all this moose poop.
This must be
Wow.
This is the Porta-John.
This is the dumping zone. That's wild. I've never seen so much all together.
That is crazy. This is the designated poop corner.
A moose skull.
Look at that. That's crazy.
Look at those teeth. Oh, here it is.
This is it?
Yep, here's the summit canister. Hey! We made it.
That's cool.
Saddleback, North Horn, Maine 3,500 footers, number 27. Good job.
Nice, man.
All right, we're headed back down off the summit now, back to the horn. We'll pick up our bags and then we'll continue on the actual trail. We're hoping that this path that we found will take us back so we don't have to take the way that we came in because the first part was really thick. If we can stay on an actual path, we can move pretty quick.
Yeah.
So our herd path eventually disappeared and we had to just bushwhack it, and woods pretty open for a while, but we're almost back up to where we left our bags. And I just wanted to show how thick it is through here. It's very thick bushwhacking. Can't even see your legs half the time. But we're almost there. And we're both having a pretty good attitude about it. Oh, but this is main bushwhacking right here. Almost there. We made it.
We made it. Oh, my legs are actually doing pretty okay.
Good.
But scratched up.
Look at that view. It's North Horn right there. Saddleback Jr., Maine 3,500 footers, number 28. I like this view up here more than Saddleback or the Horn. It is just beautiful. Perfect day. across Orbiton Stream, which is really more of a river than a stream, and it was a tough crossing. We had to take our shoes off, and it was above the knee deep, but we made it through. And then there was an awesome waterfall, which I didn't even know was there. Now we continue on. We got about 4.5 miles to camp. We got to climb up from here. Pretty big climb up to Lone Mountain, up and over Lone Mountain to the base of Spalding. So we're gonna crank out some miles and check in later. All right, we made it to Lone Mountain, 3 miles from the river crossing, and it is another 2.2 to camp. It's a little further than I thought it was, but it's a little down, a little up, and then it's pretty flat from there. So should be a pretty quick 2 miles. All our major climbing is done for the day. We've climbed about 5,400 feet so far today, and we're over 14 miles, so we're definitely wearing down. We are ready to get to camp and make dinner so we can get some calories in us, but we're going to continue on. Not going to film too much of the rest of this because we just want to get to camp before it gets too dark, but here we go. Well guys, we made it to camp after a long day. I had supper, had a mac and cheese backpacking meal for supper, which was really good. It tasted so good after today. We hiked 16.3 miles today and climbed 5,600 feet of elevation gain and at least that much or maybe more descent. So it was a long, tiring day, but we both just felt so good, so accomplished after today. But we were so ready to get to camp. So many good views, so many beautiful trails. Just really thankful for the weather today. And we're gonna get up pretty early tomorrow, get an early start. We're gonna go up Spalding to begin with, and then across and up Sugarloaf, and then we'll go down Sugarloaf back to the car. We'll get done pretty early and then we'll head home. But this has been an awesome trip. Thank you for following along, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. It's just after 6:15 and we are back on trail, headed up the side of Spalding Mountain. It's 0.8 of a mile up to the top, so not too bad. Not sure what the elevation gain is, but it's not insane. Just trying to dodge the mud and the water here. But yeah, we made a quick work of packing up camp, and we refilled our water, and now we're going to go up to another 4,000 footer. Let's go. Alright, we're going up the Spalding spur path to the summit. We dropped our packs and we're just taking water and a snack. Noah's fourth 4,000 footer. Exactly the view I got the last time I was here. All right, we are back on the AT and we are going to head across the ridge to Sugarloaf. It's gonna be fairly flat, some downhill, a little bit uphill, and then we will climb to the summit of Sugarloaf. It will be Noah's fifth 4,000 footer. That will complete our traverse. Then we just have to go the 2 miles down the ski trails back to the car. All right, let's keep going. Well, we made it to the top of Sugarloaf. It is beautiful up here. It cleared up. We got a full 360 view, which is awesome because I've been up here twice before and both times it's been cloudy. So to see the view, it's just amazing. You're right in the heart of some of the tallest mountains in Maine. So it's pretty cool to be up here. We have officially completed our traverse from Saddleback to Sugarloaf, which is awesome. This has been an awesome trip. Now all we have left is to descend the ski trails, which we are probably going to do quite quickly. And we are just so thankful for the good weather, and even with the rain that started off our trip, we even enjoyed that. So it's just been overall so good. All right, time to go down. Well guys, we made it back to the car, to the base of Sugarloaf. The descent was a little rough. We took some of the more overgrown ski trails and it wasn't the best descent, but We made it down. We are so glad to be done. This was an awesome weekend. Thank you so much to Noah for joining me on this adventure. And until next time, stay inspired, stay creative, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.